Norwegian Cruise Line has just launched Norwegian Encore, the cruise line's most innovative ship to date. This ship boasts a number of onboard activities, amenities, restaurants, and entertainment venues. If you've never cruised on a ship of this size before, you might feel overwhelmed. We've just returned from a 3-day inaugural cruise on this vessel, and we're here to help. I'm DB from eatsleepcruise.com, and here are the 20 things you need to know before cruising on Norwegian Encore. We always recommend booking a cruise at least 6 to 12 months in advance. Early bookings allow for a greater selection of cabins, and you can often secure some of the lowest rates. Also, make sure to keep your eye out for sales, as NCL frequently runs free at sea promotions, where cruisers can score anywhere from 1 to 6 free perks when booking a cruise. With NCL's signature freestyle approach to dining, there are no set dinner times and no set table arrangements. Instead, there are several complimentary and specialty dining options for guests to enjoy. Reservations, however, can be made for specialty restaurants and main dining rooms 120 days prior to your cruise. We highly recommend making reservations for some of the most popular venues, such as the brand new Onda by Scarpetta and other popular places such as the Manhattan Room, Cagney Steakhouse, and Le Bistro French restaurant. Many of the onboard specialty restaurants are all a la carte pricing, so if you plan to dine at a few of these venues, the cost can quickly add up. We highly suggest a specialty dining package. Now, depending on when you book your cruise, you might actually be eligible for a free specialty dining package based on the promotion and room category. But even if you did not receive one as part of your booking, you should definitely consider a specialty dining package if you plan to eat at more than 2 specialty restaurants. Similarly, if you plan to sample alcoholic beverages from many of the great bars on board Norwegian Encore, that can quickly add up. If you didn't already score a free drink package when booking, then you might want to consider purchasing one. Norwegian Cruise Lines recently updated their package offerings. The premium beverage package covers a wide range of soda, beer, wine, and cocktails up to $15. The new Premium Plus beverage package covers the widest range of alcoholic beverages, in addition to soda, still and sparkling water, energy drinks, and specialty coffee. Even if you received a free beverage package, you can upgrade to this Premium Plus on the first day of your cruise for an additional fee. You will not want to miss all the great entertainment on board Norwegian Encore, so you want to make those entertainment reservations as soon as possible. Currently, you can reserve entertainment 120 days prior to sailing. There are 2 shows you can pre-book: the Tony Award-winning musical Kinky Boots and the wildly popular Choir of Man. Typically, each show plays on at least 2 separate evenings with a few different showtimes. There's also other entertainment offerings that are not available to book online, like comedians who perform in the Social Comedy Club, Happy Hour Prohibition the Musical, which is an upcharge entertainment offering but does require reservations as well. There's a lot to do before and during your cruise, so get organized. We suggest making checklists to help organize everything, including your schedule for days ashore, dining reservations, and those entertainment reservations. There are many great venues on this ship, tons of onboard activities, and other things you'll want to enjoy during your voyage. So make a short checklist of all the things you must do. We always recommend starting your vacation a day early, as bad weather, flight delays, or other travel disruptions could start your trip off on the wrong foot. A pre-cruise stay in Miami is even more important if you're flying from snowy regions in the winter. So plan a pre-cruise hotel stay, that way you never miss the ship. Once your final payment is processed, one of the last steps is to complete your online check-in at ncl.com. Print your cruise contract and your luggage tags, along with copies of other documents like shore excursion tickets, airline confirmation, and your hotel confirmation. Having this paperwork in one place will make all your processing at the cruise terminal much more efficient. If you prefer to go paperless, you can also use the Norwegian Cruise Line app for the check-in process at the terminal. Even if you don't use it for check-in, download the Norwegian Cruise Line app to your smart device. This app gives you access to the daily planner listing of all the day's activities, showtimes, and dining information, as well as the ability to make reservations. You can also review your account activity to keep track of your charges throughout the trip. You do not need to pay for internet to use the app, and it saves you from carrying around the paper version of the Freestyle Daily. Regardless of the time you're assigned to board the ship, we suggest you get to the terminal by 10 to 10:30 a.m. They will already be letting people in by this time, and you'll be through security, checked in, and assigned a group number to board in no time. Then, they'll begin letting cruisers on the ship as early as 11 to 11:15 a.m., depending on when the ship is clear. Now you can be among the first on board Norwegian Encore to start exploring and making additional plans. With that being said, one of the most important things to do on embarkation day is to explore the ship. Yes, you've read the reviews, you studied the deck plans, and you know everything about the ship in your itinerary. Still, there's much you can discover once you step foot on the vessel. Explore all its nooks and crannies and establish your directional sense early on during the cruise. This way, you'll always be one step ahead of your fellow passengers. Norwegian Encore offers a variety of complimentary dining options. We highly recommend skipping the buffet and choosing one of those alternative venues on the first day of your cruise. You can enjoy a sit-down meal in the main dining room or the complimentary pub The Local. You can also grab some light bites in the observation lounge or try out the new American Diner. However, additional fees do apply. Even if you have your heart set on eating in the Garden Cafe, wait a little while before you try grabbing a bite. In our experiences, the crowds tend to be quieter during late lunch as other travelers head to their staterooms. If you're cruising with the family, you'll want to head to Deck 6 to register the children for the kids program on embarkation day. Norwegian Encore offers youth programs for children aged 3 to 17 years old. Splash Academy is for kids 3 to 12 and includes various interactive activities. Entourage is a teen hangout for those 13 to 17 years old. This area includes a dance zone, game zone, and other activities taking place around the ship. There's also a Guppies program, a non-drop-off program, for parents and children aged 6 months to 3 years old. On the first day of your cruise, you can reserve time slots for activities such as the go-karts, laser tag, and additional entertainment in person on Deck 6. Head there as soon as you board the ship and reserve some slots, as these popular onboard activities do book up quickly. If you want to purchase an unlimited pass for the racetrack, now is the time to book that too. There'll also be separate lines to book entertainment like the comedy shows that occur in the social and dining reservations if you haven't already done so. One of the biggest cruiser complaints on Norwegian Encore is that there's no Spice H2O. That's right, the adults only area that has become a staple on NCL ships has been replaced by the Galaxy Pavilion. However, the new and improved Vibe Beach Club on Norwegian Encore is now a 2-story private retreat for those 18 plus with comfy loungers, hot tubs that extend off the side of the ship, a water feature, and a full service bar. At present, passes can only be purchased once on board the ship at guest services. There are only a limited number of passes available for each sailing, so secure them early. Those new to Norwegian Cruise Line may be a bit confused on which restaurants are included and which ones are an upcharge. The complimentary main dining rooms on Norwegian Encore are Savor and Taste on Deck 6 and the Manhattan Room on Deck 7. For breakfast and lunch, the menu is the same every day and is served in either Savor or Taste. For dinner, all 3 dining rooms are open nightly. The menu does change each evening. However, it's the same across all of the locations. There's also the Local. This venue serves all your pub favorites 24 hours a day. The Garden Cafe is a casual buffet, which is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and offers a variety of different food options. There's also complimentary small bites at the Observation Lounge, offering casual light fare for breakfast and lunch. You'll never get lost when walking back to your stateroom on Norwegian Encore once you know this little secret. The fish on the hallway carpets always swim forward. Of course, they won't remember your stateroom number, or if you're on either the starboard or port side of the ship, but at least it's an easy trick to figure out if you're heading forward or aft once you exit the elevators. Some of the onboard activities on Norwegian Encore do cost extra money. The Norwegian Encore Speedway Go-Kart Racetrack will cost $15 for one 8-minute ride, or $199 for an unlimited week pass. The laser tag course located on Deck 18 aft will cost you $9.95 for one 10-minute session. While during our sailing there were not week-long passes, that might change in the near future. The Galaxy Pavilion is home to several virtual reality experiences. Most of these experiences will cost you $8 each, or you can purchase a few different passes that make the per game price cheaper. The best value is currently 18 games for $60. Of course, the ship has just begun sailing its first season in the Caribbean, so these prices are subject to change. The Freestyle Daily left in your room each evening, or located on the NCL smartphone app, is your source for all the information you need while sailing on the ship. It provides hours of operation for all the restaurants and bars, as well as a list of all the daily activities, from dance classes, mixology demonstrations, and trivia during the day to game shows, live music, and signature shows in the evenings, your Freestyle Daily will provide you with all the times that these events are occurring. This magazine also provides other helpful info like which port you'll be visiting next, the all aboard times, and the weather forecast. While your cruise fare does cover quite a bit, there will be an additional daily service charge for each guest. These per person, per day charges will be added to your onboard cruise account, or you can opt to prepay them online prior to the trip. These daily gratuities are currently $15 for individuals staying in most rooms and $18 for those staying in suites and the Haven. These service charges go towards the hardworking staff on the ship, including your stateroom attendant, wait staff, bar servers, and various other crew. It's not your imagination. The ship does get busier as the cruise progresses. Regardless of the itinerary, lines and waits will be longer towards the end of the cruise for signature attractions. So, one of our Norwegian Encore secrets is to use the first few sea days to do things like the water slides, the racetrack, and the Galaxy Pavilion. No matter what you want to do, even if it's just relaxing on a deck chair near the pool, do it early in the cruise to avoid the crowds. And now you know the 20 things we wish we knew before sailing on Norwegian Encore. But of course, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comment section below your tips for sailing on this brand new vessel. I'm DB from EatSleepCruise.com, and if you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel or have been lurking around for a while and haven't done so, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel and make sure to also click the notification icon. That way you get updated every single week when we put out brand new travel and cruise videos. You can also find us all over social media at Eat Sleep Cruise. And thanks again for watching.